often ask me, why don't you buy franchise businesses, or why don't you like franchise businesses? And actually, one of the biggest challenges with a franchise is that you don't own the intellectual property. So the intellectual property belongs to the franchisor, and you have to pay a license fee for the use of that, plus the business model that you're following. So for a start, your profits are always going to be suppressed by the fact that you've got this license fee going out. And secondly, you don't have the IP, the intellectual property. So when you're selling the business, you're not selling it with any IP. Now, here's the other thing that I firmly believe is that all business is hard. Whether you buy a franchise or you do a startup, if you don't pour your blood, your sweat, your soul into building that business, it's not going to be successful. So you're going to have to work flat out, whether you're working flat out in a franchise or flat out in your own business. The advantage of working flat out in your own business is that you'll get a much higher multiple when it comes to selling that business, because you'll own the intellectual property, you'll own the whole thing, and you won't have this constant drain on your profits from the franchise fees that you're having to pay out. So I would much rather paddle my own canoe than necessarily buy a franchise business, but I also completely understand why people moving from a job perhaps want to buy a job, and a franchise could be an interesting way of buying a job, but that's not what I'm looking to do.